Welcome to the session 3 of free vibrations chapter. In the previous classes we have discussed regarding the three different methods, that is D'Alembert's principle, Rayleigh's method and energy method. We have also seen the discussions about the effect of mass of the spring. Today we shall discuss in this session regarding few of the numericals on the methods that we discussed in the last session. The first numerical problem is as given below. The question goes like this: find the natural frequency of the system shown in figure. Here is a figure given which consists of a spring, a mass attached to the pulley. There is a mass attached to the pulley and the mass is attached or wounded by means of a string and it is taken over the pulley. So such a figure is called as a spring mass pulley system. In this figure we are supposed to find out the natural frequency of the given system. He has given in the problem that the mass is small m and the mass of the pulley is capital M and the radius of the pulley is capital R. Now the spring has a stiffness of K. The spring has a stiffness of K. Using this data we are supposed to find out the natural frequency. Let us solve the problem. So this is about the solution. So we can solve this problem by any of the methods. Now we will solve it by energy method. As we all know that in energy method the formula is that the kinetic energy plus potential energy is equal to constant. Since there are two masses, one which is moving in the linear direction, the other one which is moving in the rotational direction or angular direction. So we are supposed to find out first the kinetic energy of both the masses. Let us consider that the mass which is represented by small m be kinetic energy of the first one and this is the kinetic energy of the second one, that is capital M. Kinetic energy of 1 is half mv square. This is the standard formula for finding the kinetic energy. Here we know that the velocity is nothing but x dot square. So therefore substituting the value of velocity as x dot, so we can write it as half m x dot square. Now when the mass moves down because of the displacement x, then the pulley is given a displacement of x because of the stiffness of the spring. So here the value of displacement of the spring is also x, as the mass gets a displacement of x. And when the spring displacement is x, the pulley moves by a distance of theta. So therefore x can be written as r theta, r into theta. So therefore substituting x as r theta, so x dot becomes r square theta square, r square theta square. Let us call this as equation number 1. Now we will find out the kinetic energy of the second mass, that is this one, the pulley. Kinetic energy is also for the capital mass M is also half mv square, and here it is a pulley which is moving in the angular direction. So therefore 1 by 2 I theta dot square. It moves by the rotational angle is assumed as theta. So therefore I theta dot square. Let us call this as equation number 2. Here represents the moment of inertia of the pulley and theta is the angular displacement. This is about the kinetic energy of the two masses. Now, to find out the potential energy, we know that the equation for potential energy is half kx square. So, 1 by 2 k, the value of x is nothing but r theta. So, therefore, r square theta square. That is called as equation 3. We have the equations of kinetic energy of both the masses and potential energy. Substituting those two equations in the energy method equation. So 1 by 2 m r square theta square plus 1 by 2 I theta dot square. This is the kinetic energy 1, kinetic energy 2 plus potential energy is 1 by 2 k r square theta square is equals to constant. Now we have to differentiate this equation with respect to t. Differentiating this equation with respect to t. So we can write that d by dt of this equation is equals to 0. After differentiating, the equation obtained will be as below. 1 by 2 m r square. Differentiation of theta square is 2 theta theta dot. And here the differentiation of I theta dot square. So therefore 1 by 2 I 2 theta dot theta double dot plus 1 by 2 k r square 2 theta theta dot is equals to 0. Now in all these equations we can find that theta dot is common. So therefore we can take out that theta dot as common and we can do some simple simplifications where the numerical values 1 by 2 and 2 cancels in all the three terms. We are left over with m r square theta double dot plus I theta double dot plus k r square theta is equals to 0. In the first two terms, we see that the theta double dot is constant. So therefore, when theta double dot is taken as a common term, so we can write mr square plus I into theta double dot. So both the terms have theta double dot common plus kr square theta is equals to 0. Here, theta double dot is retained and the whole equation is divided by mr square plus I. So therefore, the equation can be written in this form, that is theta double dot plus kr square divided by mr square plus I into theta is equals to 0. Let us call this as equation number 4. As we all know that the equation of simple harmonic motion is theta double dot plus omega n square theta is equals to 0. This is a standard equation. So let me call this as equation number 5. Comparing equation 4 with equation 5, we can write omega n square is equals to this term kr square divided by mr square plus I, or else omega n is equals to under the root kr square divided by mr square plus I and its unit is radians per second. Here I is equals to capital M r square divided by 2, where I is the mass moment of inertia. Now we shall discuss another problem that is also on a pulley. So the problem statement goes like this. Determine the natural frequency of the spring mass pulley system shown in figure considering the weight of the pulley. considering the weight of the pulley, we have to find out the natural frequency of the system given. As discussed in the previous problem, here also we have to analyze in the same way that the angular displacement is theta. The figure beside shows the free body diagram of the spring mass pulley system. So the displacement x is nothing but r into theta, that is this angular displacement from here to here is nothing but r theta. Since here the radius of the pulley is small r, we write it as r into theta. Solving this problem by energy method, we can write the solution as the total energy plus kinetic, total potential energy and total kinetic energy of the system is equals to constant. Here the same equation is written below. So total kinetic energy is equals to kinetic energy of mass plus kinetic energy of pulley. Looking at the free body diagram, it is clear that at any moment the value of x will be equals to r into theta. So therefore, considering both the masses, we can write the potential energy and kinetic energy as below. First of all, let us write the kinetic energy. So therefore, kinetic energy is equals to 1 by 2 m x dot square, that is the mass of the body that is attached and the mass of the pulley we have to consider and write. So 1 by 2 mx dot square plus 1 by 2 into bracket 1 by 2 mr square theta dot square. Here the pulley is seen that when the displacement is x, when the displacement is x, then the half of the displacement will be caused on the both side of the string. So therefore we write it as 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 mr square theta dot square. After simplification, we can write, taking 1 by 2 as a common term, we can write the equation as below, that is 1 by 2 mx dot square plus 1 by 2 mr square theta dot square. The total potential energy, as we all know, it is nothing but 1 by 2k x square. Using the above two equations, we could write the total energy as total kinetic energy plus total potential energy. So substituting the equation in this, we can write 1 by 2 mx dot square plus 1 by 2 mr square theta dot square plus 1 by 2 kx square. Similar procedure is followed to solve the problem, that is we have to differentiate the above equation. So therefore, differentiating the above equation with respect to t, we can write as d by dt of this term is equals to 0. Now after differentiating, we get d by dt of 1 by 2 m, as we all know x dot is nothing but r square theta square, but since it is x dot, it is nothing but theta dot square. So therefore m r square theta dot square plus 1 by 2 I theta square. Here the equation for the pulley, which is having a mass m, is written in the form of I, where I is the mass moment of inertia and it is nothing but mr square by 2 plus 1 by 2 k, substituting again x as r theta, k r square theta square is equals to 0. Now, simplifying the above equation, we can write it as mr square theta dot theta double dot plus I theta dot theta double dot plus kr square theta is equals to 0. Taking the common term and dividing the whole equation by mr square plus I, we can write this equation as theta double dot plus kr square divided by mr square plus I into theta is equals to 0. This is the equation of this system. Now, comparing this equation with the equation of simple harmonic motion, that is theta double dot plus omega n square theta is equal to 0, we can write the natural frequency of the system. The natural frequency is given by omega n is equals to square root of kr square divided by mr square plus I radians per second. Here I represents mr square by 2, which is nothing but the moment of inertia of the pulley. Using the above equation of a natural frequency, we can find out the value of frequency, that is Fn is equals to 1 by 2 pi into omega n. Fn is equal to 1 by 2 pi, substituting the value of omega n, it is nothing but kr square divided by mr square plus I under the root. The unit of this is in hertz. Even this formula can also be used further to find out the time period also. We shall take another problem which is also again on a spring mass pulley system. Here the question given is as this, like this: find the natural frequency of the system shown in figure. Here is a figure given below which consists of pulleys. There are two pulleys and the mass is tied to the inner pulley of radius r, and the outer pulley has a radius of capital R, and the spring is made to roll over the outer pulley. The spring has a stiffness of K and the displacement, angular displacement of the pulley is about theta. Now we shall solve this problem by again energy method. Here we have the deflection, that is the value of the displacement of this mass is taken as x1 and the displacement of the pulley is taken as x2. Why? Because both are not connected to the same pulley. That's why we take the displacement of the mass as x1 and the displacement of the pulley as x2. Now let us consider x2 is the deflection of the spring, that is r into theta, and spring force is nothing but k into x, whatever we used to write in the previous discussions, but here it is x2, so therefore spring has a deflection of kx2, which is nothing but, as discussed, x equals to r theta, so therefore k into x2 is nothing but r into theta, so therefore r into theta. Now x1 is the displacement of mass, so therefore x1 is equals to r into theta, small r into theta, it is the downward movement of the mass m. Using these two displacements, we can further continue with the finding the total kinetic energy. So there are two displacements, so therefore we can write the total kinetic energy as kinetic energy of the mass plus kinetic energy of the rotating element. Therefore, the kinetic energy of the mass will be half mv square, that is half m x1 dot square, plus kinetic energy of rotating element will be 1 by 2 I theta dot square. Next, coming to the potential energy, we have potential energy of the spring. The spring displacement is having kx2 as a displacement, so therefore 1 by 2 k into x2 square. It is as good as writing 1 by 2 kx square. Now, using the two equations of kinetic energy and potential energy, we can frame the total energy of the system as equals to 1 by 2 mx1 dot square plus 1 by 2 I theta dot square plus 1 by 2 kx2 square. Further, by energy method, we get the derivation as 1 by 2 mx1 dot square plus 1 by 2 I theta dot square plus 1 by 2 kx2 square is equal to constant. We have to differentiate this equation with respect to t so that we get the term theta double dot, and we can further compare it with the standard simple harmonic motion equation. So differentiating the above equation with respect to time, we get d by dt of 1 by 2. x1 is nothing but r theta, so therefore x1 dot square is nothing but mr square theta dot square plus 1 by 2 I theta dot square plus 1 by 2 k. The displacement of the spring is x2, which is nothing but capital R into theta, so therefore x2 square will be nothing but r square theta square, which is equals to 0. Now, differentiating the above equation, we get 1 by 2 into mr square, and this will become 2 theta theta double dot, but the 2 will cancel with this one, so therefore the similar way if you differentiate and simplify, we are left over with mr square theta dot theta double dot plus I theta theta double dot plus kr square theta theta dot is equals to 0. Now, the first two terms have theta double dot as common, so therefore mr square plus I is taken inside the bracket and theta double dot is constant common plus kr square theta. Both the terms have theta dot common, so therefore it is removed and we have put it as equals to 0. Now, dividing the whole equation by mr square plus I, we can write that theta double dot plus kr square divided by mr square plus I into theta is equals to 0. Comparing this equation with the simple harmonic motion, that is x double dot plus omega n square x is equals to 0, we have omega n is equals to square root of kr square divided by mr square plus I, or the natural frequency Fn is equals to 1 by 2 pi into square root of omega n, that is nothing but square root of kr square divided by mr square plus I. So, angular frequency and natural frequency, that is omega n by 2 pi, substituting value of omega n, we can write this equation for the natural frequency. And this is how we can find out the natural frequency of the given systems. Now, looking at the multiple choice questions on the topics we discussed in this session, the first multiple choice question is, the resistance to the motion of the body is provided by. That is, we have to find out or choose the correct answer, the media of resistance to the motion of the body. The options given are medium of vibration, speed of vibration, length of the material, and external friction. The resistance to the motion of the body is because of the medium of vibration, in which medium the body is going to vibrate. So, the correct answer for the question is option A, that is medium of vibration. We have the second question like this. Determine natural frequency of a system which has equivalent spring stiffness of 30,000 newtons per meter and mass of 20 kg. Here we have to use the formula to find out natural frequency. As we all know, omega n is equal to square root of k by m, where k is the spring stiffness and m is the mass. Since we have spring stiffness in Newton and mass in kg, so convert the mass also in terms of Newton and substitute in the formula, and we find that after calculation the right answer will be 6.16 Hertz among the given answer. So option C will be the right answer. So therefore the correct answer is answer C, that is 6.16 Hertz. Now the questions are on the different method. In which of the following method the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is assumed as constant? So just now we have solved 3 problems on energy method. The energy method formula is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is equals to constant. Among the options given are A is Rayleigh's method, B is energy method, C is equilibrium method, D is Newton's method. So therefore the right answer will be answer B. The last question is, natural frequency of the system is due to. Why the natural frequency of the system will occur? It is either A, free vibration, B, forced vibration, C, resonance, and D is damping. We all know that the natural frequency of the system is due to because of the free vibration. It is not because of the forced vibration, and even the third and the fourth option can also not be chosen as the natural frequency of the system. So therefore the natural frequency of the system is mainly because of the free vibration of the body. So the right answer will be answer A. With this we conclude this session. Thank you.